It's a mistake I see people visiting Japan make all the time. Money wasted on the JR Pass when they don't actually need it. For a long time, the JR Pass was considered a must-have ticket that made traveling around Japan incredibly easy and affordable. But after the major price increase in 2023, it might not be worth it for you. Hi everyone, it's Abby from Pictour, and today I want to explain what the JR Pass actually is, how much it costs now, what you can and cannot use it for, and most importantly, in what kind of travel itinerary it still makes sense. First off, what is the JR Pass? The JR Pass is a special, unlimited train pass that only foreign tourists can buy. It allows you to ride JR group trains across Japan, including most Shinkansen, limited express trains, rapid trains, and local trains. It covers JR East, JR Central, JR West, JR Kyushu, JR Hokkaido, and JR Shikoku, which means it works in almost all parts of the country. However, you must enter Japan on a tourist visa to be eligible to use it. So I cannot use the JR Pass. You can purchase the JR Pass online before your trip through official JR websites or authorized travel agencies. Once you arrive in Japan, you simply exchange your voucher for the actual pass at major JR stations or international airports. For a full breakdown of where to buy it, how to exchange it, I've written a detailed guide on my blog, so check that out. Links also in the description. Now, let's talk about the price, because this is the biggest issue. As of 2025, the standard JR Pass prices are about 50,000 yen for 7 days, 80,000 yen for 14 days, and 100,000 yen for 21 days. And if you want the green car, which is like the first class seat version, it's even more expensive. So before the price increase, the 7-day pass was around 30,000 yen. So the cost has nearly doubled. The first thing you should think about are the limitations. So first, the fastest Shinkansen trains, the Nozomi and the Mizuho, are not included. You can use Hikari, Kodama, and Sakura instead, but they take longer. So for Tokyo to Osaka, the Nozomi takes about 2.5 hours, while the Hikari takes roughly 3 hours, so about 30 minutes longer. In terms of convenience, it is of course a minor difference. Both trains run frequently enough throughout the day, so you'll have plenty of departure options. The main trade-off is just the slightly longer travel time, but you're still getting a comfortable Shinkansen ride with similar amenities. By the way, you can actually upgrade to the Nozomi, the fastest one, if you need to or want to, for an additional fee, and that fee will change based off of distance. Second, the JR Pass only works on JR lines. It does not cover private railways like the Kintetsu, the Hankyu, the Keihan, the Nankai, subways, or most local buses. In cities like Kyoto, where I live, and Osaka, private railways are often more useful than JR lines. The reality is that within cities, you will still be paying for subway tickets, private railway fares, and buses. Costs that add up quickly and do not count towards breaking even on your JR Pass. So when calculating whether the pass is worth it or not for you, you need to focus predominantly on long-distance JR Shinkansen and express train travel, not local transport. These smaller local JR trains, they're already dirt cheap and they're really not going to help you recoup the cost. Here's a few other things to consider. Just because you bought the JR Pass doesn't mean you should not also get an IC card. You will need to use your IC card on non-JR trains and buses, and it is so convenient and easy to get. I have a video on that, of course. Next, buying Shinkansen tickets is not difficult or scary. In fact, every year it's become easier and easier. Now you can buy them at the station and load them onto your IC card if you like, or buy them on Smart EX, amongst other methods, and it's really so much easier than it might seem. Also, seat reservations on the Shinkansen are free with the JR Pass, but they're not required. During peak travel seasons like Golden Week, Obon, New Year, however, reserved seats can fill up very quickly, so it's worth making a reservation in advance if you have a fixed schedule. This can be done at the ticket offices or ticket machines, as well as online at this website. If you decide not to make a reservation, you can still board any compatible train and sit in the unreserved cars, which are clearly marked. Another thing to consider, if you lose your JR Pass or it gets stolen, it cannot be reissued. There are no refunds or replacements, so treat it like cash and keep it safe at all times. Finally, remember when planning that activating your JR Pass is flexible. You don't have to activate it the day you arrive in Japan. You can choose any date within 3 months of purchasing your exchange order. This means that if you're spending your first few days only in Tokyo, you can wait to activate the pass until the day you actually start traveling long distances. So now let's look at real travel costs for common itineraries. A very typical first-time route is Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. So let's do the math. You have Tokyo to Kyoto via Shinkansen, Kyoto to Osaka, Osaka back to Tokyo. That's roughly 29,600 yen total. Even adding an estimated, maybe you go really crazy on the JR local trains, 3,000 yen does not help us break even, so not worth it. What about Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hiroshima? So let's do the math for that. So you have Tokyo to Kyoto, Kyoto to Osaka, Osaka to Hiroshima, maybe Hiroshima to Miyajima and back, and then Hiroshima back to Tokyo. Here, if we can fit this within the 7-day period, we're closer. We're much closer. Maybe with a bunch of local JR trains, you could almost reach that 50,000 yen mark. So then at this point, is the convenience of not having to buy Shinkansen tickets able to push it into being worth it? That's really up to you. But is it literally worth it? Still, no. So can you break even with the 7-day pass? Is it possible? Honestly, for most tourists, no, it is not. You would need an extremely intense schedule, like Tokyo to Osaka, Osaka to Hiroshima, Hiroshima to Fukuoka, Fukuoka back to Osaka, and then Osaka back to Tokyo, all within a week. And honestly, this is a business trip, maybe not a vacation, in my opinion. So, to be honest, unless you are on a business trip, whether or not the pass will be worth it or not depends more on your basic itinerary, but also whether or not you think the convenience is worth paying for. Probably you will not create such a rapid itinerary in 7 days that it's going to really pay itself off. You would be booking it through Japan. And if you choose to go the JR Pass route, you'll also want to thoroughly plan your transport beforehand so you can make sure you are getting the most out of it. Now let's talk about the 14-day pass. So at 80,000 yen, this is where the JR Pass becomes more realistic, but only for certain travel styles. So let me show you an example itinerary that actually breaks even. So your first few days in Tokyo, and then we're gonna go Tokyo to Kyoto, and then we're gonna go Kyoto to Osaka, and then we're gonna go Osaka to Hiroshima, Hiroshima to Miyajima and back, Hiroshima to Fukuoka, and Fukuoka to Nagasaki, Nagasaki to Kumamoto, Kumamoto back to Osaka, Osaka to Kanazawa, and then from Kanazawa back to Tokyo. So you save money, but I'm gonna note by doing that itinerary, you sacrificed almost 2 whole days in travel, since the amount of travel time I just told you was like 20 to 21 hours minimum. That's not even including like transfers or anything like that. So 20 to 21 hours minimum, that's like 2 entire days that you were traveling throughout the country. So if you prefer slower travel, staying in one city for 3 or 4 days at a time, focusing on local sightseeing, you usually won't spend enough for it to technically be worth it. You simply will not move far enough or often enough to justify the cost. So the 21-day pass, 100,000 yen, this is mainly for long-term travelers who are doing something like a Japan-wide trip. To truly save money with this pass, you need to cover significant distances and visit multiple regions. I looked at multiple itineraries that potentially met the 100,000 yen quota. I really just played around with seeing what I could do. And honestly, it is literally visiting a new city every day. So basically, you'd have to make your Japan trip mission to make the JR Pass worth it, and not like a mission to enjoy your trip to Japan. So who should get the JR Pass? Who is it actually good for? Well, it works best for people staying 2 weeks or longer, traveling between many cities, riding Shinkansen frequently, or doing a business style or Japan-wide trip. Who does not need the JR Pass? If your trip is mostly Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, if you stay in each city for several days, if you prefer a bit more relaxed sightseeing, or if you're going to rely on subways, private railways, taxis, then buying individual tickets is almost always cheaper. The key is to plan your itinerary carefully. Calculate your actual transportation costs and be honest about your travel style. Don't feel pressured to buy the pass just because it seems like the tourist thing to do. At the end of the day, Japan's train system is efficient and user-friendly, whether you use the JR Pass or buy individual tickets. Choose what works best for your trip, your budget, and your pace of travel. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. I truly, truly appreciate it. I have a lot of other videos about traveling in Japan that might help you plan your trip. You can also go to our blog for an absolute mountain of information. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!